So I'm feeling called to share this dream that I had on April 5th of last year. And I was looking back at my notes where I had written it down, and basically I was in this church and we were all sitting down with a whole bunch of kids, and I remember I had a really alternative friend, like an alternative dressing friend that I really loved and felt inspired by, and she was just so cool. And she was like gifting me these things, and I was like helping these kids sit down in the church and like watching these videos. I don't remember what the videos were about, but she was gifting me these things and she was cheering me on, and she was like you're doing such a great job. And I feel like this message I feel like this dream has to do with the message of don't be afraid of sharing your authenticity, because sometimes our authenticity is what inspires other people to share their authenticity. If I had never met that friend, I probably would have never been so accepting of who I am, in a sense. And the fact that she was cheering me on in this dream of inspiring these children in a religious sense, in a spiritual sense, it really made me think sometimes that's what we're here to do, just by being ourselves. And sometimes just being ourselves does that. She never really sat there and talked to me about what she believed in, but her being her inspired me in some type of way, inspired my beliefs. Sometimes you meet people right before you discover things about yourself, and these are people that you're inspired of, and Spirit wants you to know that you're one of those people that inspires other people. You're one of those people that inspires other people, and you might not even know it. You might not even see it. You might not even remember it, but you are. So stop worrying about what other people think. Just be you. Just be you, because you are doing so good. You're doing so good, and you're inspiring all these kids. You're inspiring the next generation. Seriously. Truly. Genuinely. 3:03 on the clock. You inspire. What is it called? The flower of life. If you don't know what the flower of life is, it's basically this mandala. And what mandalas are something that the monks would study. I'm not sure if it was the monks, don't take my word for that, but I think I'm remembering correctly. But the monks would be given these mandalas, and they would be told to study them and try and figure out what they meant. The whole thing behind a mandala is that it's whatever you make it. It's whatever you believe it to be. The mandala brings the inner conscious out, because you have to try and figure it out. And in order to try and figure it out, your subconscious comes out, because you're projecting your subconscious onto the mandala. The mandala can mean nothing. You give it meaning. You give it meaning. It is a divine piece of art that shows you. It shows you. And in embracing you, in choosing to embrace you, you are helping others embrace themselves. 4:34. Truly. Go lay out in the grass. Go sit on a slide. Go swing on the swings. Go do whatever the fuck you want to do. Because guess what? Someone's watching. someone's admiring. Even if you think you are not a person that can be admired. Even if you think you are not a person that can inspire. Even if you think that something about you has already expired. There's something about somebody believing that their beauty has expired or will expire or something like that. That is not true. For even dried flower petals are just as beautiful as the flower itself in full bloom. For the caterpillar is just as beautiful as the butterfly and just as beautiful as the butterfly's corpse. Each stage we go through has beauty, but we have to see it within ourselves. We have to embrace it. What is beauty? Beauty is love for the things around us, for ourselves. When you have something you love, that is beautiful. That is what makes a person beautiful. That is what makes a person beautiful. Truly. They say that children are what make life worth it. They say that children are what bring happiness into our lives. And there's so much truth within that. A child is chaotic without choosing to be. A child is whatever a child is. A child does whatever a child does. And it is within that we find beauty, that we find love. It's always a good time with a child. Always some type of adventure. And when we choose to shun the child, when we choose to shame the child, when we choose to shush the child, we are shunning, shushing, and shaming the child within ourselves. The flower of life. Everything is connected. One step leads into another step, which leads into 1,000 steps. The trees are all connected. The trees are alive, and they're all connected. And when one is struggling, the trees that it is connected around by the roots, they give support. They send nutrients through the roots to that tree. Do you know how smart a tree has to be able to recognize that another root that it is connected to, another tree that it is connected to, is struggling? Everything is alive around us. And yet we choose to look at it as another day. Remember how beautiful you are. Remember how beautiful you are. Everyone has something that they think that needs to be different. But you are beautiful in every sense. You are perfect the way you are. Don't guilt trip yourself over things you've done. Accept it. Forgive it. Let it go. Another day, another decision. To forgive ourselves is to forgive another person. You cannot forgive another person if you cannot forgive yourself. Just a quick little message. Peace.